Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here today with my friends Quinn, Wendy, and Kathy. I am also delighted to meet all of you. My name is Bridget Brown, and I'm 31 years old. I am a student, a public speaker, an advocate, a lifelong learner, and a young woman with Down syndrome. Today, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and my life that is filled with possibilities. I love my life, and I know it's a beautiful life because people always dwell in the possibilities. Everyone in my life made plans based on dreams and not on fears.
What's this?
When it comes to my life, Master Edna said it best. If the only prayer I say in my life is thank you, that would be enough. My life journey is filled with so many blessings. My family and I live together in Darien. I was the first person included in my school district. I graduated with friends I met in preschool. And yesterday I saw one of my classmates from preschool. So that's really exciting. I went to a transition program during my transition years where I got a certificate in early childhood. So, from the very beginning of my life, I learned that it is important to advocate for things you believe in and speak up about important issues. Now, I have some really great jobs and activities in my life. I have been a dental assistant. I work for the Pace Bus company and do hop on the bus presentations to transition students with disabilities. On Thursdays, I go downtown Chicago to the University of Illinois Dental School because I have an internship as a dental health educator and assistant. I get to take the train, the metro train, the CTAL, and the Pace bus to get to the UIC. I go to my community college part-time. My dream is to pass a reading test so that I can take more general education classes. I have my own organization called Butterflies for Change, and I'm a national public speaker. Now, a really fun thing for me was I'm in a couple of movies and TV shows, or 2 TV shows actually. The first TV show was Shameless with Lil Macy. But I was also in LOL with Miley Cyrus.
I like that TV show too. So does my family.
They might know.
You probably
Because we're
know,
Galvers too.
you probably know Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And that's a very cool show that I've been in. When I met her, I said to her that my friends and I with Down syndrome are fans of her and her dad. And she said to me, well, everybody's fans of my dad. So I got to know more about Miley, and she helped me 3 times, and she helped my mom 2 times.
She was really nice. Wasn't
And a spirit hug to Wendy.
she sent one over? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was really nice, wasn't she?
She's very nice to me and she's down to earth. The next slide is the Wiener Dog movie that actually is on Amazon, and Wiener Dog has a lot of fun actors in it, like Kim Coffin from Home Alone, Alan Bernstein, Danny DeVito, and it's really fun because I'm married in the movie, so I get to know more different actors and actresses and different things, so it's pretty cool. Found out that Kim Corcoran's around my age, so that's cool.
And he was very nice. listening.
Yeah.
What about Ellen Burstyn? Did you get to meet her? 'Cause she,
Oh,
some
yeah.
of us might like to meet her.
Don't be funny.
I'm serious.
Yeah, we got to meet her, yeah.
Awesome.
Wendy's just trying to be wonderful. I was in the Sundance Film Festival. I was in the Sundance Film Festival, and I walked the red carpet with some of those actors. And the first thing that I thanked the director, and I said, thank you for including people with disabilities to be in the movie, and different things in their Amazon Studios were there, and they picked up this movie. So now they have it on Amazon, so that's cool.
And then here's, just so you look at the TV.
So here's the Shameless with Rich Macy. Found out that he was Dr. Morningstar on ER. So I did not know that at first.
Then the next one is.
The next one is, have you guys ever heard Chicago Fire? Chicago PD?
Yes.
Well, there's a show called Chicago Justice. And I'm in one of the episodes with John Cena.
And then what's the next thing that's coming up?
I am going to go, I've been invited to go to Rome, Italy. It's for international, for people with disabilities, inclusion in the church. And that's why I'm going there, and we have some days we're going to have an audience with Pope.
Wow.
So, mainly trying to include people with disabilities in the congregations.
Oh,
Some people with disabilities, well, not some, all people with disabilities have been not in the church congregation, so I'm going on behalf of that and telling them about it, so. And it's so much fun being involved in it, I still can't believe it. Some other activities I do, play a bunco group, belong to an action club. I am part of a church group called Friendship Bible Class.
oh yeah?
I do Special Olympics and community theater.
Yeah, it's like Olympic.
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, really?
What sport do you do for Special Olympics?
Alright,
Do you do shot put?
alright,
Do you do track and field?
alright.
Oh,
You're not in Special Olympics, or you are?
No,
You're
you're
not.
not. Oh,
Have you ever done Special Olympics?
no. No, I'm not for
gymnastics.
Alright.
I like to try different things so that I can use my gifts to be the person that God has called me to be. I am a big dreamer. Dreams force you to stretch yourself beyond your limits. One man said, to deny dreams is to disable the human spirit. Dreaming is very important to me. I know we are all on a threshold, looking for ways to jazz up our lives. A threshold is when you cross over through one door to another place.
So you can talk about, like, if we're in this room and we cross over into that part is called the threshold, where we're standing to go into another room, and I have a picture too, so we're moving into another place, right? Okay.
I have a problem saying the words, so that's what my mom said.
We'll go back and check. Teamwork.
Yes. We are stepping into a new place and doing things that wow up in our lives. I am right there with you. I just found out one of my main jobs is ended suddenly. So I am really looking closely at my life and making new plans. This gives me an opportunity to relook at everything I am doing and make sure that I'm doing things I like and things that make sense to me. I've always used person-centered planning process. At times like these, person-centered planning and self-determination go together, like Romeo and Juliet, or peanut butter and jelly. So person-centered planning and self-determination, that is peanut butter is the person-centered planning, and then the jelly is self-determination. And if you do together, it's like a sandwich. So, person-centered planning is a process that helps people design full and exciting lives. This process has always helped me be successful. First, I look at my gifts and strengths. Then I think about all my dreams and things I want to do in this world. I think about the person I am and the person I want to be. I think about what I need to do to make dreams come true. So if you have a magic wand, anything can happen. So for example, I'm going to give you an example of dreams came true. My mom wants to be tall and thin with thick down here, but she can't have that.
I could be thin.
She
but
can
I
be
can't
thin, and she can have thick down here.
But I can't have thick hair and I can't be tall, so.
That's true.
So it has to be possible.
Yes, that's the next thing. And then I write down lots of positive and impossible ideas. Then I make an action plan and decide what I need to do and when. I've been working on this week with a little help from my friends. And I would like to share a little of my plan with you. I have a few gifts, like working with children, sketch artist. I am a friendly and very social, and I love acting. My dreams, to work at a preschool, pass a reading test at college so I can take more classes, maybe work at Starbucks Cafe or a place with lots of people, continue my acting career, and my public speaking. Here is my action plan. I am going to meet with a friend of mine who works at Starbucks to see how she got the job. I will also discuss other things that she is doing, so I can come up with new ideas for my own life. I will get my resume updated and to make copies. I will talk with a lady who runs a preschool at a local church to see if I can work there or have an internship. I will talk to my local library people to see if I can help out with story time or other activities they are doing. Maybe I will send an email out to a few other people, asking for some of my work ideas if they are in line with my gifts. This is a mini person-centered planning. See how much I like to say that. This tool helps make dreams come true. Daniel Burns said, "Make no small plans, they grow no magic. Make big plans and write them down." He designed whole Chicago lakefront after the Chicago fire, so he should know. Person-centered planning helps make big plans and write them down. My mom calls it a thinking map, or a kitchen table map, or a car map, so you won't get out. Most of it I was able to accomplish because we did this process every year. That is why I think it is so important. I am very excited for every person here. Soon, we will be sharing new adventures in our lives. Remember, you are magnificent and Wendy, you're beautiful. And you have gifts to share with the world. And dwell in the possibilities. And we do come too. Thank you.
And here's the last quote that I found that I didn't know about.
And here's the quote from George
Bernard.
Shaw. And it says, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
Creating.
Anybody have any questions based on this? Yes, honey.
Have you ever read this song?
Oh.
You could draw a video game.
Never met.
Ever?
Never.
Ever?
Only when I watch it on TV.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, whenever.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
have you ever read Tony?
Hmm?
It's Tony.
Latoya,
No, I never met her either.
It's Tony.
but there's a possibility.
Yeah, sure.
You don't know. Other questions, maybe? See if people have other questions.
Any other questions? And I just want to let you guys know that I'm friends with Jenna because her mom and my parents do community things.
I don't even know.
I have a question.
anymore.
Yeah.
Does Bridget have an agent?
Or something.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and she's a SAG member. She had to join the union.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How does she get into acting?
Well, it was completely a miracle. I got an email that said, "Oh, they're from the Down Syndrome Association. They said we're looking for a girl with Down syndrome to try out to be in a movie with Miley Cyrus."
Oh.
And she was already doing acting and public speaking, so I immediately got back and I said, "I have somebody that you might want to meet," and blah blah blah. 2 days later, we were down in Chicago at a casting agent, and the person who was doing the movie was looking in LA, Detroit, and Chicago. 2 weeks later, she got the part.
But you guys, wasn't this kind of serendipitous? Because wasn't she saying like a year or earlier that she wanted to meet Miley Cyrus?
Yes, that was what
She put it out there. Like I used to think that putting stuff out there wasn't really real, and she was. And I remember hearing her saying that, and I was like, "That's nice, Bridget. Good for you." In my mind, I was thinking, so we all want to meet somebody famous, whatever. And here she is. I want to meet Miley Cyrus, and then look at it happen.
Yeah. It was the easiest thing I've ever done. I mean, there's a lot of complicated things we do, but it was like, we still can't believe it. And the best thing was, we were in Detroit, because that's where they were filming, and we were on the elevator.
Are you there now?
Yeah, that's how they filmed. They filmed it in Detroit, and she was putting the thing in the elevator, like Bridget was here. You had to put to go up to the floors. You had to do something. You had to.
Yeah, the key. Yeah.
So she's got the key, the door's closed, they open, 2 girls come in, and I'm looking at the one girl because she had this really cute hairstyle. And then I look next to her and I'm like, oh, it's Miley Cyrus. She was kind of standing behind her friend like this. And I thought, should I say anything? So I just said, I said, oh, Miley, hi, I just wanted to introduce you to Bridget. She's going to be in with you tomorrow on the set. And they do a little, it's an elevator ride, so it's a really quick thing. And then Bridget, I think, was like, and then she says hi. Oh, good, I'll see you tomorrow. We step out of the elevator, and Bridget goes, she's like,
She was playing it cool.
I said, yeah, like, oh yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And then, oh my gosh. So,
I had
so much fun.
My sister and my parents saying, my sister was born in Michigan, and that was my mom and dad's hometown.
And then there's Inclusion for the Arts, which is down in New York City, is Inclusion for the Arts. And so they have all people with disabilities that want to be in movies and stuff, they have all their files there. So if somebody's calling and they want to you know, they want somebody, then, you know, so then we came back and I thought, well, I guess we should get an agent, so we got an agent, and then other things started going up. It's crazy, but it's kind of, what we've learned over the years is showing up is really important.
Nintendo?
And you don't know, I could say this absolutely, we don't know,
I like
Where-
play Super Nintendo still.
yeah, we don't know where things are gonna lead us.
Something. With
You know what I
Super
mean?
Mario
It doesn't it happen 1,000 times when you're, all of a sudden you're someplace and you're talking to somebody about something and they're like, oh yeah, I've got a card shop that, it just happens. And success builds on success. And that is like, that would be like a bumper sticker. That is so true, that once you start having success, things build and increase and have some opportunities. So it was just great when we were coming here because we've done, the what?
I think I'm not a rock.
How to become an actor?
I don't know. You're not like a rock.
How did I get to Rockford?
How did you even go back to Rockford after?
Oh, we live near Chicago, but we know Wendy and Kathy. That's how we're here, yeah. And Finn,
Okay.
so that's how we got here. But,
It's fun, I get people from all over to come here to Rockford to hang out with you.
yeah, she's a connector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't naturally a connector, and I wasn't naturally well, there was a part of me that was a possibility maker, but then there was a part of me that was always, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna happen, you know, and so I think I'm gonna
That's an
add some
armadillo.
stuff on, but.
Yeah, yeah.
Finish.
Right. Well, one of the other things was, that, Wendy was kind of charting some of the things that Bridget was talking about in her process, because right now, really, her main job just ended. And we had everything planned around the main job.
So that happens.
It just suddenly, like,
It happens,
it happens. Yeah, it happens, it's just like, whoa, now what do we do? So, we panicked, a little bit like, ugh, and then started thinking about, let's go back to the process we always use, which is a person-centered plan. What are your gifts and strengths? You know, what do you want to do? What's in line with those gifts and strengths? And brainstorming some ideas about what could be next. So we went back to that same thing we've done every single year since she was born. And it was a brainstorming and thinking, and then coming up with some ideas, and then coming up with what are we gonna do? I think that's the thing. I think we can come up with ideas sometimes, and then we go home and have a cookie and forget about it. I know, I do. So coming up with a list of like, okay, how are we gonna connect? What are we gonna do now? And, you know, so we did. We came up with some things. We're like, because sometimes I feel like if we just put it out there, maybe there's I don't know, life takes its own road. You know, maybe you're here, I don't know if this ever happens to you, but you're here and you're thinking this is the road and then doors close. And you're like, maybe that's not where I'm supposed to go. Let's try this road and see what opens. So a friend of mine works at Starbucks, and I called her, because she said there's a girl with Down syndrome who serves at Starbucks on Friday samples. They really want to work on getting their sample food out at Starbucks. She gets there at 4 in the morning, she's done at 10:30, she gets insurance with 20 hours a week, she gets insurance. She loves it, it's real and engaged, it's a great company to work for. So I'm like, wow. So she's coming up with all ideas. She's like, well, Bridget could work at Starbucks and she could serve all the samples because that's what they really want to get into. And then they're going to be all over the world. I could see her training people with disabilities to be that server and going all over the world. Like she was just like dreaming away. I feel like I'm usually the main dreamer. You are now like, I'm thinking like a Friday morning at the local Starbucks. She's got us doing training all over the world in her mind. And that was so fun. I like that because it's like, all of that is really possible. And it might be, that might be the next road. And she says, the different, you know, your goal is always make a difference for other people who are coming behind you. That's Bridget's goal. It's Bridget's goal, it's kind of our mission. Like, she goes, you could open up doors for people with disabilities all over the world to be doing I'm like, Doreen, you're like going wild with the dreaming, you know? But I thought, really, if you talk to one person and they say, wow, that's a possibility, then all of a sudden things start to open up.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're gonna try it. So she got us kind of, it was just fun to dream. You know, I said that's the fun part, is thinking, what are the possibilities?
Well, and I think
And not thinking about the barriers as much, but
Right.
thinking about, if I go that route, could things open up? If she goes that route, could things open up in a way that is new?
Well, I
Alright.
think that recognizing that there's some vulnerability in that, and there's some fear, but feeling the fear and kind of doing it anyway. We have a quote on the wall over here. I don't know if you guys noticed any of these quotes that we put up. This was from a workshop we did a couple of years ago, but Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And I'm sure all of us, I know I certainly have, when stuff kind of gets shut down or doesn't work, you really just want to like take your marbles and go home and, you know, pout forever. And you can do that for a little while, but you know, where the greatness and the juiciness, or as Nancy said to me the other day, where the kick-ass life comes from, is when you go, all right, so that happened. Now what are we gonna do about it? Let's talk about it. And you know, they came up with a list of next steps. And literally, this has all happened in the last like 2 weeks.
Like one, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
it's so perfect that you're here, you're telling us like, you've been on this plan, you've been doing everything's been kind of going, and then stuff gets shut down for everybody. People that have done this, you know, you guys have, you know, made so, you know, done this for so many people, and for yourself, it still is gonna happen. That you're gonna have the rug pulled out from under you. What do you do about it?
Yeah, and that happens, yeah. So it was perfect coming here, because we were like back to that same planning, you know, how do we plan, how do we brainstorm? And maybe we're pulling other people in to brainstorm with us. Sometimes like she's gonna pull in this other girl who works at Starbucks and say, hey, what are you doing? Let's explore some of those ideas. And we're going to, you know, all of a sudden now we're reaching out to some key people that might be friends, but they also might be acquaintances of people that we know. So anyway, there's part of it that's so fun and exciting, and we don't know where it's gonna lead. And like I said, it might lead to a dead end, but it also might lead to possibilities. And I love that not knowing part. You know, I love like you're going out kind of on an adventure, and you're just gonna go out and see, you know, touch and see and find out what's out there and see if doors are open or not. And I think that's fun. It's like a scavenger hunt, you know, so.
Do I want to be facilitator now? We really never did identify like a facilitator. We're all doing it.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
But I want to know, so what are you thinking that we want to do next? Do we want to do the activity that's next on the agenda, or do we want to show the Beth Mount video? What's your gut?
Well, I would think we need to know when lunch is coming.
Lunch is here, it's in the fridge.
Oh,
So,
should